Welcome to Baxter Bell Yoga. I'm Baxter Bell. I'm here at the Oakland Yoga Studio today. Please come check out the studio the next time you're in town. And don't forget, you can order my t-shirts and the book Yoga for Healthy Aging that I co-authored with Nina Zolotov from my website, which is listed on your screen right now. Today I'm excited to share with you a wonderful releasing technique for the wrists that I was first exposed to in helping Timothy McCall with his book Yoga as Medicine. In the chapter on wrist issues, a chiropractor from the East Coast, Tom Alden, who I had the good pleasure of meeting before, shared with us all that technique that he calls the typist wrist flossing technique. I just call it wrist flossing these days. And it's a great technique for not only folks that are on computers a lot or holding the steering wheel a lot, but anyone doing a lot of repetitive action with the arms, even people doing really physically demanding work with the hands and arms can benefit from this. I've had some rock climbers find this very helpful. So there's a lot of folks that can benefit from this releasing technique for the wrist. So let's look at stage 2 of the sequence. Remember, the first stage was like this and the wrist going up and down like this. Now we're going to go ahead and start from that position, and then I'm going to spin the hands towards the chest. So the palms turns towards me. That's a little supination action of the forearms and wrists. So we're going to create that action. Shoulders stay relaxed, squeezing and pulling outward on the elbows. And then from this position, we're going to take that right wrist and move it forward. So we're bending right at the wrist and draw the left wrist back towards the body. So I'm pushing forward more than I'm pulling back. My shoulders are staying relaxed. I keep a squeeze in the fingers, and I keep track of how my breath is flowing. And I'm going to probably do that for about anywhere between 3/4 of a minute and a minute. So we've probably got a little more time to hang out. So again, I'm just making sure that most of the action is from my right wrist pulling forward. My left wrist gets to kind of receive that more passively. And then let's go ahead and slowly switch and bring the other wrist forward. So now the left wrist comes forward, arms are kind of even, shoulders are relaxed, and it's the left wrist that's pulling forward to create some nice flexion in that left wrist, and the right wrist gets a little passive extension through the wrist. Remember, the extension move is the move that happens a lot in our normal yoga poses in normal asana class. And so after we've been there again for about 3/4 of a minute to a minute, then we're going to go back and forth a couple of times. And then when you finish that second variation of the wrist flossing, let your hands relax down for a moment, and just take a moment to either release that completely and move on with your day, or prepare to do the third part. So that completes the wrist flossing sequence. You may have had a chance to do version 1 previously, and then version 2, and finally version 3. Whichever one you're working on today, I hope you enjoyed that. You can put them together to create one continuous practice that lasts about 7 or 8 minutes. So it does take a little while to do all of them because you're holding for a minute in each direction before then going back and forth a little bit, right? So that's going to take a little bit of time if you put it all together. I hope you enjoyed that. I found it very useful personally, and I've shared it with lots of students over the years, and they've also reported back that it's been very helpful for just generally creating more mobility and freedom in the wrists, forearms, and elbows. You can follow me on my website, baxterbell.com. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page and my YouTube channel of the name Baxter Bell Yoga. I have longer practices on the practice channel at the website yogayouonline.com, so make sure to check that out. And also, I thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Namaste.